Hi, welcome to my series where I make recipes from cookbooks just sitting on my bookshelves. For today, I'm gonna go ahead and make apple cider cakes from a cookbook called Sunday Suppers. Before we get started, you are gonna need a bundt cake pan, non-stick cooking spray or unsalted butter, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cardamom, 3/4 cup of olive oil. I only have extra virgin olive oil, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 cups of apple cider, and a 1/2 cup of applesauce. For the topping, you want 1/2 cup of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I went ahead and preheated my oven to 375. In the meantime, I am spraying my pan with the non-stick cooking spray, and apparently some on my thumb too. In a large mixing bowl, I'm gonna combine and stir together the dry ingredients, which include flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, and cardamom. In a different bowl, I'm going to combine the olive oil, sugar, vanilla, cider, applesauce, and I'm going to mix well. Next, I'm slowly going to add my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. After everything is combined, I'm going to pour the batter into the greased molds, filling it about 3/4 of the way, leaving some room for the cakes to rise. Bake the cakes for about 15 minutes, although baking times may vary. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and make the topping by combining the sugar and cinnamon in a small bowl and setting it to the side. Here is what it's supposed to look like. When the cakes are done baking, I'm going to go ahead and let them cool for about 5 minutes before sprinkling in the sugar and cinnamon topping. Here is my finished apple cider cakes using Sunday Suppers recipe. Wouldn't it be crazy if I did all that work and didn't try it for you guys? I already took a bite out of this one, but I will go ahead and take another bite. Overall, I would give it about 3 out of 5 stars. It is super easy to make and it is not too sweet. However, I feel like the texture could use some work. I am in a colder area, so I did have to bake it for a little longer than it told me to. Even with baking it for a little bit longer, the texture is a bit soft and sticky, which I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be. But overall, yeah, I do recommend making this, but maybe if you don't want something that's so sticky, bake it for a little longer.